I'm here today with Beth Launiere, the head coach at the University of Utah, and we're going to talk today a little bit about a recent poll that named you as one of the top coaches in the country. And it was interesting that you were one of two women that were named in that poll. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think it was the Volleyball Magazine poll, and I don't know who they interviewed or asked to vote on this, but I think the telling thing was that there were two women in it out of 10, and myself and Mary Wise. And so I thought that this would be a good topic for this conversation, is to talk about women in coaching. I think there's a lot of great female coaches, but the numbers are definitely declining. And the question is what do we do? Is that important, and what do we do about it? I think it is important because I think there's a lack of role modeling that happens when we don't have female coaches, and I think there's a lot of great male coaches as well. And in fact, a lot of male coaches tell me often that they're concerned about the fact of the lack of women coaches for role modeling purposes for our young female athletes. So I think there's concern about it. I think there's a lot of issues that surround it. But what do we do about it is what a lot of people are trying to figure out. A job of a coach, of coaching young women, is to teach them to be strong, confident young women, and to maybe be the next leaders, next generational leaders. And I think if we don't have strong, confident female coaches showing them that that's possible, and there's certainly strong women in other professions and that they can use as role models, but when you have a person there that's day to day, that's working with them, that they can relate to and understand and look at, there's a lot of value in that. The research shows that there's more young women coaches, and that they're leaving the profession kind of at an alarming rate. So why are they leaving? I think there's a number of reasons. One is that they are making a choice to maybe start a family, or feel that they need more balance in their life, or have other choices in their lives, and so they're leaving the profession. I think that there's many women that are losing their jobs sometimes because they're maybe moving up the ladder too fast and they're unprepared. And we don't want that to happen either. We want women to have a really strong coaching foundation and be prepared as they move up the ladder. So I think figuring out, I think those are the two main reasons. How do you have balance in this very high time demand profession? It's doable. I think if there's anything people take from this interview, is that it's doable. It's all about choices. And I certainly am not perfect at it. I get out of balance sometimes in my personal life and giving too much to the job. But it's something that I am aware of, that I track, that I try to get control of as often as I can, and I sometimes have to revisit the balance issue. The other thing I think is very relevant for women coaches is the support systems that people have in place, whether it's a personal support system, family, friends, or a professional support system, that we are reaching out to each other, even other male coaches, anybody, any coaches, and using them as a resource to get through any kind of difficult situation, problem solving, things like that. So I think having balance and having a really strong network support system around you are two really important things. There's a NCAA Alliance for Women Coaches is a very strong organization, and there's other ones out there that I highly encourage people to join, women to join, and there's a vast amount of resources available for women coaches at the Alliance for Women Coaches and within the NCAA and other organizations.
Thanks for taking this time with us.
All right, thanks.